yesterday, as said, we had the ESO update 40 stream on Twitch, and then they launched a new article. And update 40 brings all new improvements to Tamiya's adventures, which is really nice. As update 40 that will be hosted on the 30th of October for PC, and for consoles on the 14th of November. And the update 40 is for a space game update, so it's available for everyone. That's really, really cool. So they write, the update 40 base game patch arrives October 30 and November 14 on Xbox and PlayStation consoles. In addition to the Endless Archive PvE activity, this update also introduces a host of new features and additions completely free for all existing ESO players. No additional purchases required. That's really, really nice. So I was surprised. I did not know they want to make a new grouping tool, so that was really cool to see on the stream. So they write, if you enjoy teaming up with your fellow adventurers, the new group finder allows you to create parties for almost any group activity in ESO. This includes dungeons, arenas, the upcoming Endless Archive, trials, PvP, and more. You can choose to make a listing to find players to fill out your existing group, even when starting solo, or you can search for a group that already exists and wants to do the same content that you do. This new tool also allows you to tune the criteria your group members must meet, including these examples: the CP levels, voice chat, playstyle, what kind of group they want. That's pretty cool, oder? So, as we have now, the regular dungeon finder is still there, so in case you are afraid, so don't worry, it's still available. And so you have there, but you can extra make this group finder for dungeons, arenas, trials, the Endless Archive, PvP, general zone stuff, or a custom group for something, whatever you want to do. So that's really nice. I think that's quite a cool idea. And announce the trial finders, why not do? Yeah, that makes sense that they make it for everything. Yeah, I like the idea a lot. I can also increase the picture so we can see it better. Yeah, also I find this especially. Good, I play now long enough, so it's okay now. But I think, especially when you start out, I really like the dungeon finder. So, so you don't have to talk in zone chat, etc. And maybe there's also a language barrier. And to have a tool is really great. And I always thought it would be really great to have also a tool for the other content. So you don't have to write, extra stuff in the, like for PvP, for looking for a group and things like that. So that's really nice. So, I mean, now we have the arena for 4 people, then try with 12 people, general dungeons, Endless Archive is for 2, or you go alone with a companion, PvP. Yeah, that's cool. I like the idea. That's a really nice quality of life addition. So that's really nice. I think that's cool. And that was the thing what I was looking forward to most. The Grandmaster crafting stations. We heard about that at the start of the year. And many people maybe know when you have a guild like we have, and we have a guild house, and we have all the crafting stations, like half of our house is filled with crafting stations, which looks amazing, but we need more space. So it was really amazing to hear they now make their big change. So they say update 40 also introduces Grandmaster crafting stations, allowing you to consolidate all your home's attuned crafting stations for crafting skill line into a single furnishing. If your base of operations is packed full of attuned crafting stations, supporting many of ESO mirrored item sets, these new consolidated stations will go a long way to improving the amount of housing slots spent without giving up any of the functionality you enjoyed previously. You can acquire Grandmaster crafting stations using wit vouchers from the achievement mediator Faustina Curio. There will be a consolidated station for blacksmithing, jewelry crafting, clothing, and woodworking. So as far as we know, there will be 4 stations, and then you take the other stations, also the old attunable crafting stations, and put them into the master one. And they said on stream also that depending how many stations your master station knows, it will change the look. At least I understood it like that. It will, like evolve and look a bit different. I'm happy if we have more space. I'm a bit sad because I think it looks so pretty to have all the stations. You know what I mean? It looks just so nice. And now it's more for PC players and who use add-ons. I hope the add-ons for, you know, auto-crafting our master wits also will work well with the stations. So I would just maybe wait, I will wait before we immediately, you know, we can maybe get these master stations, but I will wait before I feed the old ones and put them away, just because I would love to know first if the, you know, if the add-ons are working, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, we have to see. But more space in our guild house would be really amazing. So, because when we get each year more stations, and soon I have to remove every stone and everything. So, like now. So, to have more space is great. I still wish they would have made a different idea. But if the add-ons and stuff is working and you don't have to walk from station to station to station, then also this Grandmaster crafting stations is nice. If you just have 4 stations all next to each other and you don't have to search and walk around and everything, that would be also good. So it has a lot of plus points to make it like that. And they didn't have to change the whole crafting system because, you know, all the old stuff stays, as a regular tutorial crafting station, etc. Master wits are all the same. They just added something above, which I don't know how much it costs, but probably costs more. And the old system is still there. So it's not like it's not like mixing up everything. It's just an addition, which is good. I think it's a good idea. Still, I will miss our crafting stations because they look pretty. So, assorted additional improvements. I had not expected that they would change jewelry crafting. There will be a huge rebalancing with jewelry crafting. They're right. Also included in Update 40 is a rebalance of jewelry crafting to help bring its costs more in line with the game's other crafting disciplines. This includes completely removing jewelry crafting grains and converting them into platings. However, to ensure that jewelry crafting's costs line up with the other crafting types, we also increase the total boosters needed to upgrade your jewelry too. But don't worry, upgrading your rings and amulets in Update 40 will be easier and cheaper when compared to how it's currently. Also, I am really happy that they made that because I always found it really bad that the jewelry crafting way is completely different, not completely different, but different to the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Also, I always was wondering, why would you not make the crafting process and the improvements the same as the other crafting skill lines? I find it confusing if you don't stick to that and then make there some extra things and blah. Yeah, but yeah, it took now what, 5 years that they changed that and make it and yeah, make it the same way like the other crafting skill lines. I think long term that is nice. So I think the prices probably will drop a lot from jewelry crafting improvement materials. I mean, it was always super expensive, like really expensive. I think the prices will then drop a lot, probably. But I personally, I think it's a great change that they make the system the same. It's not so confusing, and it will be much easier for people to go with jewelry stuff. And maybe then even the jewelry crafting wills will get a bit more, you know, like made and not like everything tossed out. I believe they said also on stream, the blue jewelry crafting wits will disappear, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think they said that they will then go away. I mean, probably because most people anyway deleted them. So, yeah. So, Quest XP and Gold Standardization. With Update 40, we conducted a broad audit and standardization of experience point and gold rewards for many of the game's quests. This includes those for quests and quest lines associated with zones, main storylines, prologues, dailies, guild storylines, and many more. Now you should receive more consistent rewards for the game's various quests based on their complexity or length. In addition, The daily quest rewards for Mage's Guild, Fighter's Guild, and Undaunted have received a general boost. That's nice. So these are just some of the many changes and additions coming to ESO with the update 40 base game patch. You can experience them and the Endless Archive for yourself when the update arrives on Monday already, the 18th of September. There will be a PTS, also public test server update, where this update will all be available. So yeah, that's cool. Then we can already jump there on the test server and take a look. It's really nice. Really nice. Endless Exploration. Prepare yourself for all new PvE challenge in the Endless Archive, a unique, unending dungeon-like activity. Whether you go in solo or team, whether you go in solo or team up with a fellow player or companion, success in the Endless Archive is limited only by your preparation, skills, and determination. Of all the infinite libraries of Hermeus Mora's realm, the Archive is one of Apocryphia's most mysterious secrets. However, a malevolent Detra now threatens to corrupt everything collected within its myriad halls, and Master Malchus, its custodian, needs your help confronting this strange new foe. Endless Archive with the update 40 base game patch on October 30. And on November 14th for consoles. As a base game edition, this new PvE activity is completely free for all existing ESO players with no additional DLC or chapter purchase required. You can enter the Endless Archive via your map from anywhere in the game, or the physical entrance found in Apocryphia if you own a Necrom chapter. Or you can also use the new looking for group tool finder, also working. Take note, by exploring the Archive, ESO Plus members will enjoy a 10% boost to Archival Fortunes gains. And it's a new currency, So, yeah. So, I will read first the article and then I can say my opinion, I guess, about that stuff. Eternal Challenge. In the Endless Archive, you must battle your way through dynamic stages and untold dangers, including monsters and boss encounters drawn from all over Nirn. No two expeditions into the Archive will ever be the same, as a stage and encounter is randomly generated. Complete 4 cycles, each comprised of 3 stages and boss battle, and your 5th boss battle will be against a monster unique to the Endless Archive, thus completing an arc. Of course, after you defeat the corruption and the Archive's heart, your expedition doesn't end there, as you can traverse ever deeper into more stages, cycles, and arcs, with the difficulty gradually increasing as you do. How deep you delve into the Endless Archive is ultimately up to you. While you have a limited number of deaths or team wipes permitted before your run ends, helping you get as far as possible are 2 unique boons you can collect as you progress: Verses and Visions. Verses are temporary buffs you can select at the end of each stage that last until the end of the next stage. Visions, on the other hand, are available at the end of each cycle and provide a boon that lasts for your entire run. For example, Flame Aura is a verse that envelopes you in fire, damaging nearby enemies, while Crystalline Support is a vision which explodes for frost damage and snares foes. The visions and verses you select as you progress can go a long way to determining how far you can go. Choose wisely. So, as if you ever played any roguelite or roguelike game, then you will probably familiar with the system, what they now explaining. So randomly generated content, you go as far as you can, and after each round you get 2 skills, and then you can choose. And they are called here, what was it? Versus, I think, is the ones which you get per round. These ones are only lasting for 1 round. And after 3 rounds, you get a vision. And the vision will last the whole run until you die. Also until you end the run and restart. And yeah. We also saw in the preview on Twitch that there are like traders and stuff where you can also buy maybe scrolls and other things. Yeah, which is pretty cool. And you get rewards. Infinite rewards. As you battle your way deeper into the Endless Archive and climb the leaderboards, you can loot and unlock a host of unique rewards not found in any other activity in-game. This includes a broad selection of collectibles, including a mount, pet, cosmetics, and all new class sets. A new and unique type of item set, class sets, buff the abilities for game's 7 unique classes, providing synergy with specific skill lines. You can collect these powerful new items via loot drops or the archive's unique vendor. In addition to the above items and collectibles, the Endless Archive also rewards you with a unique currency called Archival Fortunes. Fortunes can be traded to vendors in the archive starting area for a host of consumables, class set items, style pages, and most notably, unique buffs for your excursions. These purchasable buffs are permanently active for you. Oh, well, really? These purchasable buffs are permanently active for your future Endless Archive runs. That's pretty... okay. So that's like, you know, like that's like in many roguelites when you die, that you can unlock something to make your next runs easier or better. And you know what I mean? Sometimes you can make weapons stronger or, stats, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, that's cool. So, okay, for example, some buffs grant additional visions or worse choices, while others simply increase their power. The more archival fortunes you collect, the more you can empower further expeditions into the archive's ever-changing halls. Unlimited dangers. In the Endless Archive, you can discover a new dynamically generated PvE challenge where no 2 runs are ever the same. Clear stages, cycle in arcs, and content with a never ever growing host of dangers as you climb the leaderboards. Yeah, there are leaderboards for solo and for group, also for teams. So there are 2 leaderboards. Yeah. It sounds really cool. Also, if in case you're confused how it's sounding, as it's not so complicated, I think, when you see it in actions. And yeah, as I found also on Twitch, the video was really nice what they showed. Here you can see, I think these are the styles which we can acquire, or the sets. Yeah. Also, I find it really cool that there's more and more extra, extra stuff in ESO. Also, you know what I mean? We have now a card game in ESO. Then, yeah, housing is also something extra in ESO. Then we have now a rouguelite game in ESO itself, which is really nice. I think it's a cool idea. Also, I find it nice, that as they said in the preview yesterday, that they used many kind of bosses and monsters from all across Tamriel. Also, from quests or trials or dungeons and everything, and mixed everything up, which I think is a really cool idea. Also, I think that's really nice, and I'm looking forward that we test that. Also, that should be fun. I hope it will be fun. As it sounds really cool, and it sounds like probably some people can dive ever and endless into the dungeon. But I would really like to try it and see how it goes. And when they have really lots of rewards and unique, collectibles, that's really nice. I'm looking forward that we test it out on the public test server. I'm not sure if we can test it on Monday already. Sometimes the PTS update takes a long time, so maybe we can check it out on Tuesday. I don't know, but I'm not sure. We have to see how good the patching is going. But yeah, it sounds really cool. Also that you can go to the Endless Archive with a friend if you want. Also you can go alone or with a friend or with a companion, which I think is really, really cool. So that's really, really nice. And that's, I think, also helping lots of people, because, sometimes of the solo arenas, some people are afraid or just don't like to do content alone. 4 people can be difficult because maybe you don't know 4 people, or you don't want to run with 4 or with strangers. But usually many people have at least one really close friend in ESO or guildmate, and it's also easier to group up. Just like, hey, do you want to go? Or you use now this new group finder tool. That's also possible. I would probably try it with our companion. Also on live, because I'm not sure if on the PTS is EU or NA ported first time around. But nonetheless, I would try it with a companion, Isabel maybe, and then she can level. But I like the idea. I think it's super cool. The Endless Archive, I think that's a really great addition. Nothing what you have to do, but it's nice to be there. It will offer a lot of content for more people. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. And it's a base game update, and so no one has to buy something. So I think it's overall plus. Just something good. Same with the other updates, what they showed earlier. I think everything is really nice. So I'm really quite happy with the update 40. It sounds all really promising. Really, they put lots of thoughts into that, how they can improve the game, put more quality of life stuff there for the community, and make the game better for the people. So I think that's a great addition. At least in my opinion. I don't know. Do you think the same, guys? Also, how do you feel about update 40? Do you also feel like there's like only good stuff coming and making the game overall better and richer with more content and more balancing? Also, that is at least my feeling. And I also really enjoyed the stream yesterday. It was like, it sounded like they have lots of fun and really were excited about the new content they are showing. So it was really great. I really liked it a lot.